bought the philosophy. And so now we see the church evolving. We see adaptation going on. Whatever society does around us, we are adapting to fit in order to survive. Not only did they bring their evolution, but they also brought their eroticism. You say, how did they do that? They weren't promoting free sex in the church, were they? No. They were promoting something much more dangerous. The Bible says, know you not that friendship with the world is to be an enemy with God? And then he says, you adulterers and adulteresses. The kind of eroticism that they produced in the church was that of holding on to the hand of the world, was that of sleeping, as it were, with the world and saying, hey, what you do, we will do. It was a spiritual eroticism that connected them with the world. They brought in their humanism, which says, look, mankind is good in and of himself. We don't need external factors to tell us what is good. So law, 10 commandments, no. Grace. And you know what the grace was? It was a version of the free love they were exercising out in the world. Guess what? Church hooked on that too. It's all about grace, 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 grace. Don't tell us what to do. It was free love under the disguise of church. Not only did they bring their humanism, they also brought their romanticism. If it feels good, if you are crying, that means you're holy. If you just shed some tears in church, you've had a good day. So it's not really about the spoken word as much as it is about how you feel. And the church went for that one too. And then they brought their voodoo. Whew. Oh boy. Then they brought their voodoo. You see, what many of you don't know is that the term contemporary Christian music originated in the 1960s. It sprung out of, it was called Jesus music. Anybody remember that? I don't remember, I wasn't there, but I read about it. It was called Jesus music, or the Jesus movement. And what they did, it was something phenomenal. They would take the same rhythms of rock and jazz and R&B, and now all they did was put Christian words to it. Hey, it's okay, Christian words. Christian words. That makes it all right. Not realizing that their spiritual ancestors did the same thing to fool their Catholic slave masters. Change the words, keep the rhythm. Because it is the rhythm that speaks to the body. It is the rhythm that speaks to the heart. You know, someone has said music is made up of two things: thoughts and, or rather, words and feelings. And when you look at the combination of music, the words, they represent thought, and the music represents what? Feelings. Ellen White tells us that character is made up of two things. Character is made up of the thoughts and the feelings. So if thought makes up one half of our character, then emotion makes up the other half. And if music, without any words, can address the emotion, is it possible for music to affect the character? Yeah. It's incredible, beloved, as we see that this music, this voodoo music that was out there in the world is now brought into the church. It is adapted, or it mutates so that it now has a different form. And now we have things so-called Christian rock, Christian rap, Christian blues, Christian jazz, Christian R&B. Some songs that you would just swear up and down is a love song, and then when you listen, oh, they did mention Jesus in there, huh? I thought it was talking about somebody's boyfriend, somebody's girlfriend. Music of a sensual nature, and it has adapted. There was something else. I told you there were how many spells? 7. Here was the 7th one. And this 7th spell actually is what all the other 6 had in common. Are you ready? Here they are. Here it is. The 7th spell is pantheism. Pantheism. Anybody ever heard of that term? Pantheism. What is pantheism? Pantheism is a belief that God is in what? Is in everything. Okay, listen to this. Evolution is really pantheistic. Did you know that? Because evolution teaches that that nature created itself. So then all nature is really God. God is our nature, nature is our God. Nature produced itself. In fact, we are gods. Isn't that what evolution teaches? We are gods. Eroticism. You know what Marquis de Sade believed? All sex was holy. Did you hear that? No matter what the sexual act, it was all good. You ever heard that term? It's all good. It was all good. So no matter if you slept with an animal or if you slept with your children or whatever it was all good. Not only was eroticism a form of pantheism, but humanism, which said, hey, all human thought is good. If you think it, because you're human, it's good. So while it may not be good for this person, it's good for somebody else. It's all good. Who are you to tell me that it's wrong? You're good just as am I good. It's all good. The same with romanticism. All emotion was good. In fact, the romantic poet John Keats said this: I am certain of nothing except the holiness of the heart's affections and the truth of the imagination. The romantics believed that all emotion was holy, just as the humanists believed that all thought, the goddess of what? Reason. All thought was holy. And then voodoo in itself is a pantheistic religion. Practitioners believe that nothing and no event has a life of its own. That's why voodoo, or U2, T-W-O, U2, T-O-O. The universe is all one. Each thing affects something else. Everything had life in it. It was a pantheistic religion. Well, you say, Pastor, how did they bring this pantheism into the church? Easy. It's all good. You didn't get it. It's all good. Everything is good. Nothing's the matter with anything. I don't see anything the matter with anything. It's all good. It's all holy. That music is good. That music is good. That is good. That is good. They want to do that. Hey, it's good. 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 Everything is good. So we have lost our ability to discern between that which is good and that which is evil, because now everything is good. Pastor has good words. It's good. Christian boxing. It's good. He prayed before he boxed. It's good. You've seen it, right? Christian football, just you can go down the list and it's all good. You know, there are Christian witches. Did you know that? You get on the internet, type in Christian Wicca or Christian witchcraft, you'll find it there. It's all good. The devil has brought